We are still waiting to see a couple of members join in, but yeah, let's just give ourselves some few more minutes. We aim to do this within 30 minutes roughly. So we're just still going to give ourselves some few more minutes. It's going to be really helpful if the staff members are able to join, because we'll be tackling two-way folds of this, the admin side just slightly on it, and then how the staff can utilize the tax feature. It's very, very helpful because it's kind of hard when you have to know beforehand what is missing, what do I need to do, what can I get done, what am I overdue on. That is what the whole tax feature is about. And there are a couple of tasks that are still pending, which made us decide to add a session on this to discuss that, because this feature is very helpful, and if teachers are getting a hang around it, it's going to make their work quite smooth and quick, most importantly efficient and effective. So we'll be tackling the staff side alongside the administrative side as well. So we are still giving ourselves some few more minutes and then we will get into it. Right. As we wait, I'll start with introduction. So myself, I'm Benjamin Boache, co-founder of Penalties Innovation, and I'm a lead software engineer for the Edulink Ghana network system. I'll be the host for today's session, and the theme for today is working smart. I love that theme when the team chose that. Working smart, that's the way we're going now, how to work smart with Edulink, and how you can utilize the tax feature to work smart on Edulink. Once again, this session is recorded, so after the session, the recap link will be shared on our social media platforms, so you can still review this to have a refresher recap on it, and yeah, that should help in case you will need to rewatch it again. Right, so I will begin because the start time for the session is already up. I will begin in the next minute. Right. So in the next minute we will get started. Let me get my dashboards ready and working, and then we will get into it. As part of it, let me join in with the mobile phone here, so I'll be able to share my screen from the mobile view, which is something that will be more helpful to the staff, since a lot of the work is done on the mobile view. Right, that's it. Okay, so let's get started. Right, so what is the tax feature on Edulink? Why was it added, and what is the point of it? So in the work of in a day of a teacher, a class teacher, there are certain tasks that we do day in and day out. For example, you mark registers. Alongside that, your daily academic activities, delivering of lessons, working on your lesson notes, lesson plans, and the likes. And then when it's getting to the end of term, you start doing your assessment recordings. Basically, that's the life of a teacher, class teacher, or subject teacher. In this case, I'm just classifying every teacher like a class teacher. You teach in a classroom. So as a class teacher, that's what these are some of the basic things we do. And how can we utilize an automated system to help us with this? Because of the bulky of work that we handle, depending on the class sizes you take, sometimes even with registers, we might not be able to mark it all the same day. We have the numbers, but when it comes to transferring it into the school systems, we are not able to do that particular day. Imagine having a system that tells you tasks you need to do every day. So you go into it, it tells you these are the tasks you are overdue to get done. These are the tasks you need to get done today. That would be very amazing. And currently on Edulink Ghana network, staff mark attendance, they submit canteen, and they record assessment and test and mocks. So what if you've not marked your attendance for last week? What if you've not marked your attendance for this week? What if you have not recorded assessment for a particular subject? How will you be able to still have this being notified? That is what we will be going through. So I will start off with the staff portal section, and we will see how that is handled. So I will first start in a PC view, and then I will switch to the mobile view. That way it's going to make it more easier for us, since most of us will be working along with mobile phones, so you don't get the interface confused. So let me stop sharing this screen, and we will share the staff portal page. Okay, so we stop sharing, right, and then we start sharing a new one, right. So there you have it. So this is a typical staff portal. I'm just giving a few minutes for the share to appear. There we have it. So that is an example staff portal. So you log in, it takes you to the home page, you have your dashboard, you have your consulting support, and then take note of my task. This is where we'll be talking about. So my task, if you've never seen this, for your information, this is there, and that is where we would like to focus our attention on today. So my tasks, and you will find it in the home tab. So take note, if you are on a different tab, you will not see it there. Make sure you are in the home tab. That's the first one you see, and then under that you see my task. So if I go to my task, now you can see it opens all the tasks I have to do here. I have 143 tasks to do. That's a lot, and these are pending tasks I need to complete, and these are in progress and completed tasks. So what are overdue tasks? By the name, overdue means it has passed, you've not done it yet. Pending means it's not passed, but you have to get it done. So task for the particular day, or task for a particular time that has not yet passed, but the current day falls within that task time frame. And in progress means you are doing it. Completed means you've done it. Now below that, you are going to see the filter by status. When you click that, you can change all the tasks you see down here in a view of its status. So you can see overdue tasks. If you want to see only overdue tasks, by the moment it's showing all statuses. So if you want to see overdue tasks, you can filter to view the overdue task. You can click pending, and it's going to show only the pending tasks. So as I filter to pending, you can see it's showing me only pending task. If I go to in progress, I'll see in progress task. Let's deal with overdue task. So I'm just going to put it overdue. Now I have 140 to get done. So what are the tasks? As you can see, It's telling me my first task is I will be admitting people in, so that will keep me going back and forth, but yeah, bear with me on that. All right, that should be done. Okay, back to the task. So as we all can see, the task that I need to complete, the first one is I need to mark attendance for class 2. That one was supposed to be done. So attendance not marked for class 2 on Tuesday, September 2nd. So I've not marked the attendance for that particular day. This is demo, but in the actual term, it's going to tell you the particular day which falls within the current term. So this is all from previous terms, and this is just demo data. But on your live session, you're going to see that. So it's going to tell you the particular class, the day, and the date you've not marked the attendance. And it's going to tell you when it was due, and you're going to have all of them there. So now how do I go ahead and mark the attendance? It's so easy. So now you don't have to scratch your head to be like, which day have I not marked? Come to my task. It's going to show you all the ones you've not done. And take note, it's not just for attendance, but it's showing you in a hierarchy form. So by statuses, you also have by task as well. So you can view overdue for what? You have attendance, you have canteen, you have assessment, you have test and mocks, you have manual task. So if I want to view all my overdue tasks, 1 second, I need to admit, bear with me, admit none. Yes. Okay, back to it. Now I want to find overdue canteen submission. I want to submit the canteen I haven't submitted. So let me go to overdue and go to canteen. And there's no canteen for me to submit. Like, okay, I've done all my canteen submission. Assessment, any overdue assessment for me to do? Yeah, I've not recorded assessment for class 2. Their science, I've not done it. Our world, our people, I've not done it. Ghanaian language, I've not done it. Religious and moral, I've not done it. So you can filter it further. You can filter that more further. Right. So now we move into taking the action. So how do we take the action? So let's pick attendance. We want to take action on this one. So the attendance we've not marked for class 2. If I click on take action, it's going to take me to this is where the magic happens, and this is so good. It takes you to the class, it selects the dates for you automatically, you don't have to do anything. It takes you there straight and lists all the students for you. So all you have to do is, okay, now I need to go ahead and mark it. So if I knew all the students were absent, all of them were present, all I have to do is just go all present. And if I know the one that was absent, I can just mark them absent. In this instance, let's say all of them were present, so now I can go ahead and go record remarks. That's it. Easy. So the one I've done is completed. So now I can again go back to my task again, and as you can see, it has reduced. It was 140, now I have 139. We are getting there. I take another action for September 3rd. All of them were present. Go ahead and submit. Boom. That's it. I go back again. I have my task there. If I refresh it, it was 139, now 138. So this makes it very easy. Go to my task, find the task you've not done, just click the take action, it will take you there straight. Now let's say it was an assessment. So if I go to assessment, I go to the overdue assessment, and it was science. I have not recorded. If I go take action, it's going to take me to the science straight. You don't do any selection, it takes you there straight. And all you do is you start recording. Easy. It makes your task you need to do every now and then quick. If the school have enabled class teachers to submit canteen, you would equally see canteen actions there. And then you can take action. You go there straight, you record it, That's it. And if a task is assigned to you directly, you can also find that under the manual task. So if the school or your head teacher, your headmaster, the school administration wants you to perform a specific task, there is a feature coming up there which they can use to assign a manual task to you, and we will check that in a minute from the admin side. You can also use that to check all these tasks that is assigned to you. This is a very handy feature that will help you get your tasks you need to do quick. So with this being said, it leads me now to the admin side. So as the staff members have this task, the school administrators can also have an overview of the tasks each staff member has to do, and are they performing these tasks. So this is a way we can also help put accountability on the staff members. So how do we do that? So on the admin dashboard, so I'm going to switch the sharing to the admin side. I'm going to log in to the admin. 1 second. Right, so now I'm in the admin dashboard. If I go to HR, that's where the staff management is. So the fourth menu on your left, human resources, and I go to staff management. It's going to list all the teaching staff members you have. If you have any non-teaching staff, you can also find it here, but at the moment we want teaching staff. Now alongside the staff member's name, you will see due tasks there. This is telling you the tasks these teachers have pending. So the current staff member we've logged in, that was this teacher, what was the name again? 1 second, I want to get the name so we'll be able to see the staff member. Okay, so it's the name Esther Jemfi. So this is the teacher there, and it tells us the task, the number of tasks this staff member is having, 141, and it tells you, if you hover it, it says she got 138 due and 3 pending. So now if we click on the staff member's name under their profile, if you want to see what those tasks are, click on the staff member's name, you go to the staff tasks, and you're going to see all of them as they see on their end. So you see that, okay, she have not marked the attendance for this day, she have not done that, she have not done that, she have not done that. So you are able to see what they have pending and not done. And with this, you'll be able to put them on accountability to make sure they do what have been assigned to them. So the staff members have on their end where they can complete the task, and the school administrators can also look and have an eye on the tasks and how the staff members are performing their task. Right, so that is the task feature and how it works for the staff members. I wanted to also show from the mobile view on how that is going to look like, because the interface you might have on the staff members might be quite different on the mobile view, and you'll be like, where do I find the task? So bear with me, I'm trying to log in from a mobile phone, and we will use that also. But at this stage, if you have any questions, I will give the opportunity for it to come through, so please bear with me. But yes, you'll be given the opportunity to ask any questions. If it's with what we've discussed, that's fine. If not, if it's with any other thing, you can as well ask. So still logging in. (044) Right. I can see a hand up. Is it? Okay, Madam Salah, you have a question? Please, you can unmute and ask your question, please.
Yeah, good evening to all.
Good evening.
Good evening. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, please, loud and clear.
Okay. So, I'm actually, I'm actually, in relation to the task that you just spoke about. But when I look at the interface, as to the tasks being performed by teachers,
Right.
it feels like it is just giving out just data to us in the attendance data, and then that making input when it comes to assessment, like in developing their own lessons, like the that is the task of teachers essentially,
Right.
and not fixing of data. Yes, please.
Um, s- okay, just so I get your question. So, are you asking, will you be able to assign task yourself instead of the system auto generating? Is that the question?
Actually, my question is looking at the tasks that had been given by the system to be performed by the teachers.
Right.
It is not essential, like it is not helping them, the teachers, to do their jobs. Because it's like they are being given administrative tasks. I don't know if you understand. Although teachers are supposed to mark attendance,
Right.
but that is not essentially that their role. Their role
Right.
is to engage with the kids,
Right.
ensure they have their lesson plans and their lesson notes intact.
Right.
That they are entirely. But looking at the tasks that was enlisted, it is basically the same thing,
Right.
which is inputting data, feeding the office data to understand that maybe this student comes in, but that doesn't actually benefit
The
the
teachers.
teachers development. I don't know.
Right. I get you now. I get your question now. So,
Yes. Yes.
right. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think I get your question now.
So
So,
for me, for instance, and then with
yeah.
my role, what? Okay.
Yes, please go on. Go on.
Oh, okay. So I was saying, like specifically with my role, I actually need to see to it that the teachers are actually doing their jobs,
Okay.
like acting, teaching, ensuring that they're actually delivering on the lessons plan that they have shared. The attendance is not entirely of essence to me, more or less. Although I check it, but it's not essentially my task. So if I'm looking through their tasks and I'm not seeing that, it becomes like, um, if I don't know if there's something like that that can be coined so that I could give those tasks, assign those tasks, and then like see to it that they are being done, or they can do the input themselves, and then it's like a to-do list. Okay,
Perfect.
I don't know, but that is what I perceive when I heard them my tasks. Yeah, like an opportunity where they can create their own to-do list within the week, the day, and then they can go through it apart from the marking of the attendance.
Super. Okay.
Oh, babies up. Excuse me.
All right. Okay. Yep. All right. Question is clear. So, Mr. Abdul Wajid, sir, if your hand is up, you also have a question. You can go ahead, please. We just want to take all the questions and then we'll go through it. So please kindly unmute and ask your question.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. It's my problem had to do with the administrators portal. If we check on the overdue task for my school, you see that most of the tasks are on a record mock, but essentially those teachers are not recording mock. For instance, basic 1, when I check one of the teachers, they say record mock 2 marks. That is for English, basic 1. And then they are not writing mock, but that task has been given to them. I don't know.
Right.
How can it be clear?
Okay, super. All right, thank you. That question has also been noted. Thank you. I'll be going over that. Thank you very much. All right. So let's start with the first one then. Sorry, Mr. Abdul. Do you have another, or that's it for now?
That's it for now.
All right, sure. Thank you very much. Okay, so 2 questions we've had so far right now. So from Madame Salah was asking about the task. Is there a way for one, either the teachers themselves to create a whole, for themselves, this is things I would like to do for a particular day, and then they will go through it, or even the school administration also creating specific a costume task for the staff themselves, so that they will also see it and go through it, because it differs. Every school have the way their management goes in place. And looking at the question Madame Salah is asking, the attendance marking specifically is not for the teachers, for her institution. So how does the system handles that? Right. So at this very moment, the system is doing automation of tasks. And this is how it handles the task automations. Depending on the role that have been assigned to the teachers.
Hello.
Is that Madam Salah, please?
Yes. Because you made a statement.
Yes.
The teachers are marking the attendance, but I don't see how that benefit them in delivering of their lesson. But it is assigned to them to do it, so it is a task that they perform as well. So I just wanted to clear that up.
Okay. All right. Okay. So they do it.
Like I feel like some of my teachers are in here, so it is their task, yes. But I wanted a situation like that task specifically. It is like doing administrative work.
Okay.
It is helping the administration know the number of students in there, but what will the teachers get in like, which will benefit them and then their lesson delivery. Right. It gives me that information as to who is doing what and at what time, and if the teacher has been able to fulfill those tasks.
Right.
Yes, that is the point at which I was trying to explain.
Super. Yeah, it's more clear now. Thank you very much. So they do the automation task is still handy. They mark the attendance, but is there a way to add specific tasks either by the teachers themselves, or the administration can assign a specific task to the teachers in addition to what the system is generation? Right. So back to how the system does the automation tasks. So teachers, when assigned as a class teacher, the role of a class teacher comprises of attendance marking on the system. So if I'm a specific class teacher, say I'm a basic 2 class teacher, I'm expected to mark the attendance every day. So what the system does every day is it checks me as a class teacher, and it checks the attendance for that particular day. Have I marked it? If I've not marked it, the system flags it as a pending task. And if I don't mark it for that particular day and we go into the following day, it will become an overdue task because I've not done it for yesterday. Now these are automated tasks because the attendance is marked on the system, so the system is flagging that up on the task. Similar to canteen submission. So if the school does the canteen submission, the same process goes through. Same for assessment and then the tests and the mocks. So using this first point of explanation to answer Mr. Abdul your question. So how come a class 2 teacher is seeing a task that they need to submit mock, but class 2 does not do mock? Right. So this is what I will say on that. There could be a little error in quotes. Yeah, I'm putting the error I'm saying in quotes. For this reason, during the creation of a mock or a test, what happens is you select classes that are applicable to that particular test or mocks. So if you selected a particular class and the update or the changes were not made on that particular day, then the system flags it up as, okay, this class is taking that particular test, and hence it's expecting for the class teacher or the teachers that are assigned to that particular subject to record that test. So what, I'm not confirming this, we will look into it. What I'm assuming at this point is the test or the mock was assigned to those particular classes. It could be by mistake, and it was later edited, but before the edit happened, the task might have already been assigned. But we are still going to look into it. So the question of, so how do we clear this? Please leave that to us. Our team is going to handle this and we'll update you on it. So it doesn't do that. It does not assign mocks to all the teachers. No, that's not how it does it. It only checks the classes that have been assigned to that particular mock or test, and then it assigns those tasks automatically if that class is in that test or mock. Mr. Abdul, does that answer your question?
Yes, please.
Thank you very much. You're most welcome, sir. Right. So now to Madam Saleh's question. At the moment, we were focusing on the automation of tasks, and that worked. So there was a section that was created for manual task, but for that manual task entry, the system was handling that alongside the automation. So we paused that manual section, but it's very good that has been brought up. So we are going to unleash that. We are going to send a cross message across board once that is done. What that allows you to do is, just as you said, Madam Salah, when you go to the admission side, under your dashboard, you will see task. Yeah, once that update is released, a tutorial session will be made on that and be shared with you. You can use that section to assign tasks to yourself, to teachers, and then we'll look into adding that feature to the staff themselves as well. So they themselves can also assign tasks to themselves and use it to complete their daily academic activities, as you said. Because it's one thing doing automation, but we can't completely take away the manual stuff because we are human beings. This is what we do. Automation is for computers and machines. We do the manual stuff. So you can still add whatever you want to do, and the system can add its automations to it. So yes, we will definitely look into that, and we will give update on that. And I'm not sure if that answers the question. Which I believe so. Thank you very much. All right, so I'll go ahead and share how the mobile view will work when, as a teacher, how do you still see your task and everything when you're doing it on a mobile phone? So as you can see, I'm sharing the mobile version of the same system. I'm just giving a few more minutes, and that should be there in no time. That's it. So there we have it. So you can see the same login. When you log in on the mobile phone, this is how it shows. And on your left top corner, you see the hamburger icon, those three dots in a circle. When you tap on it, you're going to see your dashboard. You're going to see, all similar to when you're on a wide view. And now you go to my task, and it's going to show you the tasks down there. Now when you scroll down, you will see the filter by status, as we said, and then filter by task. So if I want to see my overdue task, I'll tab on it. I go to overdue. It shows me the overdue. I go to let's say I want to check my attendance that are overdue. I select the filter by type to attendance, and then now there I have it. I've not marked attendance for these classes and this particular day. If I click take action, it will take me there straight. So it takes me to the attendance page for me to record. You don't have to do the selection, it does it automatically for you. So all you do is you scroll down, you check the students. If all of them are present, you know what to do. You put present. The ones you know they are absent, you find them, you put them to absent. So in this case, let's say the last student on my list was absent that day. I'll put the student to absent, and I have my record button down there. That's it, I'm done. And that action should be off the list. And the moment you complete an action or a task, it reflects on the administrator's side as well, so they know you are keeping up on the work you're doing. Right, so it syncs every now and then. So when you do a task, it take it off your list, it shows on the administrative side as well. So with this being said, what it then means is if you have pending task, the school administration is aware of it. So dear fellow teachers, let's be in the habit of completing our task. And it also reflects on the administrative end, so they see the kind of work we are doing, and it also reflects, yep, the kind of professional work we are delivering. As always, we deliver professional work. So yes, this is just one of the things to let you know on that. So that's the mobile view there. So back to the main view page. So that's how the task feature works basically. Another interesting feature, just by the way, to highlight this, 5 more minutes to go and that'll be the end for the session. If your school enables timetable on your staff portal, when you are on your dashboard, there is this beautiful thing that happened there. Oh, I'm not sharing this one, sorry. Let me share this tab instead. Okay, now the staff portal should be sharing in no time. That's it. Right, so this teacher is by what class does he teach? Where does she teach? She is a class teacher. She teaches English in class 2. Right, so if timetable is enabled, class 2 English, so say we have English. Okay, today is a Saturday, so it's not going to show, but if it's on a regular weekday, there is a very nice set of subjects that tell you, so you have this subject right now, in the next 2 hours you have this subject, in the next 3 hours you have this subject. So it shows you which subjects you have. This is very, very handy, especially for subject teachers, that you want to know which subject you have in which class at which time. If you go to your dashboard and your timetable is released, you'll see them there. So at 1 o'clock I'll be teaching science in basic 9, at 2 o'clock I'll be teaching science in basic 4, and the ones you've completed for that particular day, the color code will change. We're going to make a short recording on that and post it on there for you to have a look as well. It's very, very handy, and it helps locating classes you have to teach, and it's all in the aim of helping with the efficiency and effectiveness of lesson delivery in general. Right, so this is a smart feature we wanted to bring to your attention today, and we hope we've been able to cover it. The questions that came in were thorough. We've managed to go through it. At this point, if there is any extra question, whether it's regarding the task itself or any other thing on the system from your observation, please feel free to ask if you've not done so already in the next few minutes. Right, Mr. Abdul, please.
Okay, my question is with regard to the finance. where the finance officer would enter the tuition fees for each student. Our finance officer made a mistake and entered a figure which is not supposed to be entered. But she checked and there was no feature on the system where she could re-edit and submit again. So I don't know if the edit feature for the finance can be enabled so that at the finance level, once there's any entry which is error, then she can quickly or he can quickly edit it back and then submit. I think that's the challenge we have. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you. I will answer that. Let's take the other question. Mr. Emmanuel, please.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Sorry, I just joined. I just saw the message and I know I'm late already, but it's also a concern I want to get clarification too. Where you enter the mark of the children, it is the first column there shows 100 over 100. The second column also shows over 100. Please, I want to know, is it supposed to be 100, 100 or 40, 100? Since we are using 40 as our internals and marking exam over 60. So how are we going to go about that? Or should I go about it? Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, let's go over with these questions. So first off, Mr. Abdul, your question. So when it comes to the finances, it's quite sensitive. So what the system does at the moment is there is audit trailing, which the super administrators have access to it. If these measures are not in place, it does not make the accounts accountable. And this is a how do I put this? It's a, should I use, sorry, in quotes, it might not be the right wording at the moment, regulatory standard. What I simply mean by that is a standard of accounting when it comes to audit trailing. So if a mistake was made on the system, there should be an audit trail of it. So in terms of the editing, the super administrator of the system has the feature of correcting these mistakes. Else, anybody will make any mistake, decide to go there and make any corrections, and when it comes to the final end of day report, academic term accounting audit, you always have to get the person to explain why he or she does it. But if the administration is aware of this, what I mean simply by that is there is a super administrator involved in the correction process, and it helps put the accountant in check when working on these figures. This is like a global standard. So sorry to if I'm going too deep into that, but in a nutshell, there is a feature, yes, to edit any corrections that needs to be made, but the school administration should authorize this editing, and this can be done by the school administration. So what we will do is, for your institution, the team lead that is assisting you will get in touch with you, will communicate with you, the school administrator, the super administrator, on how he or she can go about rectifying this problem, but they should be aware of this problem. Does it clear the question, or I'm confused? Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Again, just one more time, just make sure that the accountants stay very accountable when working on, and finances are quite something. Thank you very much, sir. I hope your question, as you said, has answered. And then Mr. Emmanuel, your question. So there is a configuration on the system, and by default, maybe the default figures are still there. That's why it's showing classwork 100%, exams work 100%. So every term there's a configuration the school administrators can set. So this particular term, how are we doing the recording? Classwork is given this number of total, exams work is doing this number of total. So what you are seeing 100 for classwork, 100 on exam score, please report to your school administration. If you are the person handling the academics administration, I mean, if you are the headmaster or the head teacher, it depends on your school. Please reach out to the support lead member for your school from Edulink, and we are more than happy to go through with you on how to update this. But if you are not the head teacher, the headmaster who does these settings, please contact them. They will make the correction for you, and it will reflect there. So when you are recording, it's going to show you the actual total you have to record. So yes, there is a configuration that controls that. Mr. Emmanuel, does that answer your question, please? Thank you very
Very
much.
well, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you all very much. Yeah. Thank you all for your questions and showing up for today's session. Again, we were not able to start early because we had to wait a bit more, but we hope we've been able to cover what we need to cover. The aim is to have these Edulink Connect sessions at least once every month, where we pick a feature, we digest it to see how it can help both administrators and teaching staff on how they can use that feature. So this month was about the tax feature. These sessions too gives the opportunity for you to ask questions you are facing in the system, not just questions, features you would like to see on the system. Your school might have joined the system not too long ago, but it has become the system it is right now based on the feedback we have been receiving. Teachers are coming in, we would like to see this, we add it on it for them. Can we add this on it? We take the feedback, we add it. So the system is for the people, by the people. Your say develops the system. So when we come onto these sessions, you have any feature you would like to recommend on the system, please feel free to do that. If not on the systems as well, the platforms that we have for you, if you have any feature suggestions, please feel free to add that. And the team looks into that, and the rest assured, we always, if the feature is that critical, we always get it done for you. All right, thank you all very much for showing up today, and we really appreciate your time. So we meet again on the next session. Please have sorry, Mr. Emmanuel, have one more question, right? So sorry. I was about to close up. Yes, please go ahead.
Since you said we can suggest features, I want to suggest.
Yes.
Most of the times when we get new students, we usually enter their names in our record book by ourselves, or their registered book by ourselves, aside the one the management will do by taking their details and whatsoever. So can there be a feature where
looks like we lost you.
advisable? I don't know, just thinking out loud.
So sorry, can you repeat?
Thank you.
Can you repeat the feature again? We lost you there, sorry.
Network.
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
yeah, we can hear you now. Yes.
Hello. Okay. I said normally when new student comes to the school or when there's an intake, the class teacher enters the name of the student into the registry book for daily attendance taken. But on the platform, we have to go and meet the person in charge of the platform to do that for us. So can't it be possible that the teacher should have the access to enter the student name as the teacher has access to enter the student name in the registered book? Please, do you get me?
Yes, loud and clear. Thank you very much. Yep. Good news, the feature is already there. Bad news, there's no bad news. But the school administration needs to enable that feature. So there are rules and permissions on the system. So if this is how the school flow is, kindly again reach out to the school administrations who handle this entry, as you said. There is a feature there where they can allow permission for a particular teacher or any teacher they would like to have access to doing that. And yes, teachers can be given the access if the school permits to do these registrations if possible. So yes, kindly reach out to the school administration, specifically the person in charge of the system, and that feature can be enabled, and you should be able to do that. Super. Thank you. I hope that answers your question. That's it, please.
Yeah, thank you.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. Again, our team is always here for you. The platforms we have for you. When you go onto the system, you see this little chat thing down there on the left, the one that says "quick question." We are here. That's our live chat there. You can leave a message there. We'll reach out to you if you're not available at that moment. If mostly we are live there, we can pick your questions. So whenever you are using the system and you have suggestions or questions, please leave them there. We are mostly active to read them, and we will pick it up from there as well. So yes, thank you again for. I'm already out of time, so thank you all for showing up today. It was a pleasure to have you all here. So again, until the next session, which we aim to do it once every month, we will communicate the time and date and what we'll be talking about on that particular session. Mr. Abdul, looks like I'm not closing up for today. Yes, please. Oh, all right. Thank you. I thought you raised your hand. Thank you very much. All right, sir. You're most welcome. You're most welcome. It was a pleasure. Again, this session was recorded, and this recorded session will be shared, so you can also review it at a later time to refresh yourself on what was discussed. Enjoy the rest of your evening from the Edulink Network team. On behalf of the Melodies Innovations team, have a great evening. Bye.
Bye.